2,000 years ago, after Atlantis was destroyed during the battle, I was set adrift. I had no knowledge of the mortal world, but I quickly learned, as I was washed up upon its shores, I was not like these people. I, the Princess of Water, was lost on land. Okay, so maybe that's not how I came to be a mermaid, but it's a pretty cool story. Anyway, I'm Marie, and this is how I actually became a mermaid. I've always loved being in the water, even from a very young age. My daddy used to tell me if I spent too much time in the water, I'd grow gills, which really just made me want to stay in the water for as long as possible. But alas, I didn't grow any gills, no fins showed up during my 13th year, and I still haven't found a hot springs and a volcano that gives me magical mermaid powers. So last summer, I decided to go ahead and buy a tail. After a lot of research on different mermaid tail companies, and there are a surprisingly large amount, I decided to get a fabric tail from Swimtails. They have a lot of choices, but the tail that I felt fit with what I was looking for and my personality the best was their beta tail. Yes, a beta tail, like a beta fish. It's unique and not a traditional Little Mermaid style. It's just so beautiful. Just, it flows through the water so beautifully. I love it. But after that, the decision on colors was not hard. I got their Fusion Beta Tail, which was a combination of my 3 favorite colors, purple, pink, and blue. So I placed my order, and as dorky as it sounds, I started practicing how to swim like a mermaid. I know, I've been practicing since I was a kid, but I really wanted to glide through the water seamlessly once my tail arrived. It took about a month for my tail to be made and shipped to me. The staff at Swimtails were so great and helped me get the right fit. I opened the package as soon as it came, and I tried it on for the first time in my grandma's living room. I don't think she ever thought she would see her granddaughter become a mermaid, but you know, stranger things happen every day. Then I took the plunge. Literally. I went to my neighborhood pool and I got to swim like a mermaid for the first time. It was an amazing sensation. I guess you could say I took to it like a fish in water. One thing I really didn't realize until I was in the water with the tail is that you can swim so much faster because you have this giant fluke propelling you forward. For those who don't know, the fluke is like the giant mermaid fin on your feet that are like your tooth flipper. Also, swimming in the deep end was way easier than swimming in the shallow end because you could fully submerge your tail. The next step in my mermaid plan was to take my tail to the beach. But I wasn't able to really get into the water because of a jellyfish invasion that was happening at the time. I was really sad about that. I just sat on the shoreline trying to get in as much of the water as I possibly could without being stung. But my boyfriend was able to get some really amazing photos that day. So, the beach being a bust, I went back to the neighborhood pool, and since I got normal swimming under control, I started to practice doing tricks. Forward somersaults, backward somersaults, fully submerging myself, and swimming vertically. I also may have tried to reenact some scenes from one of the best mermaid movies of all time, The Little Mermaid. Also, if you have any other mermaid movie recommendations that I should recreate scenes from, please let me know in the comments. So I didn't exactly have a moon to help me, so this large orb that I'm trying to pretend is the moon is actually the pool light in the deep end. Then, after a whole year of waiting, I got to go back to the beach. This is how I put my tail on. It isn't glamorous, but it's an important part of the process. I zip my monofin into the bottom of the tail, and then I stick my feet into these two. This is my fluke, which is like my giant flipper, and then I pull up the top of the tail, and yes, I do wear a normal swimsuit bottom under the tail. I found some driftwood, made a trident, and crowned myself Queen of the Mermaids. It was then time for me to venture out into the water. Okay, so trying to move in a mermaid tail on land is really hard. So booty scooching works when your boyfriend had to work and can't carry you around. Anyway, back to attempting to be a majestic mermaid. I was literally just so happy that I got to play in the water, you have no idea. I didn't go like super far out because that's not exactly safe. There wasn't like a lifeguard on duty, and my friend was not about to be able to save me, who was taking these videos. So I was always in the water, and it was like shallow enough to where I could sit on my knees and my head would be above water so I could get air. So I didn't really fully swim in the ocean. The water was too shallow where I was. I would have to go out too far, and that wouldn't have been safe. But I did have just like the absolute best time splashing around. I did not want to leave. But then again, I never want to leave the beach. There were also some really awesome rocks I got to sit on. If there is anything that I have learned on this journey to becoming a mermaid, it is that your childhood dreams can come true no matter how outlandish they may seem. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You can always make your dreams come true. It might not be exactly the way you think or exactly the way you envisioned, but if you work hard enough and think creatively enough, then you'll be able to do it. I have no doubt. Thank you so much for watching this video. My YouTube channel is called Historical Belle, and I make videos about historical and fantasy related costumes that I make or I put together. I put out new videos every Wednesday and sometimes on Saturday, so hit that subscribe button to see more. Also, let me know in the comments if you would be interested in another video about how to swim like a mermaid.